Is it truly possible to have your cake and eat it too in the NHL? Or, more accurately for us Pittsburgh Penguins fans, can we celebrate a player's incredible resurgence, a season that defied every expectation, only to then watch him walk out the door in the name of the future? It's a question that cuts to the core of what it means to be a fan, to balance the joy of the present with the strategic necessity of tomorrow. And right now, that question is swirling around one of our most surprising and impactful players from last season, Rakell. Just a year ago, the narrative surrounding Rakell was bleak, coming off what could only be described as a disastrous 2023-24 campaign, where a frigid start and an untimely injury combined to torpedo his numbers. Many viewed his contract as an albatross around the Penguins' neck. He was seen as a depreciating asset, a veteran whose best days were behind him. But then, something truly remarkable happened. Rakell didn't just turn the page. He rewrote the entire chapter, delivering a career-best season that has now put him squarely in the crosshairs of trade discussions, not as a liability, but as a prized commodity. His journey from a season of struggle to one of triumph was nothing short of extraordinary. The 2023-24 season was a tough pill to swallow for Rakell and for the Penguins faithful. He struggled to find his scoring touch. The puck seemed to bounce off his stick, and a nagging injury further hampered his ability to contribute consistently. The high expectations that came with his 6-year, $30 million contract, signed back in 2022, seemed to weigh heavily, and the whispers around the league suggested that the Penguins had made a costly mistake. His final numbers were a stark reminder of a campaign he, and we, would rather forget, leaving many to wonder if he could ever recapture the offensive spark that made him such an attractive acquisition in the first place. But the beauty of sports, and indeed of life, is the opportunity for redemption. And Rakell sees that opportunity with both hands. Fast forward to the recently concluded 2024-25 season, and the story couldn't be more different. Rakell wasn't just good, he was exceptional. He registered a phenomenal 70 points, a career high, split evenly with 35 goals and 35 assists across 81 games. This wasn't just a bounce back. It was a full-blown resurgence, a testament to his resilience, his skill, and perhaps a renewed sense of purpose on the ice. He played with a fire and determination that had been missing, becoming a consistent offensive threat and a vital component of the Penguins' attack. This stellar performance didn't just change the narrative. It flipped it entirely, transforming him from perceived bad contract into one of the league's most intriguing trade chips. Now, with Kyle Dubas at the helm, meticulously rebuilding the team in his own vision, veterans like Rakell have naturally become subjects of trade speculation for months. Dubas is known for his strategic, long-term approach, and that often means making difficult decisions about established players to acquire assets for the future. The conversation around Rakell isn't going to fade anytime soon, especially with his value arguably at its peak. This brings us to a compelling proposal from Josh Wegman of The Score, who has laid out a trade scenario that would send Rakell to the Vancouver Canucks, a move that could significantly accelerate the Penguins' rebuild. Let's break down the proposed deal, because it's one that offers a fascinating glimpse into the potential future of our beloved Penguins. In this scenario, the Vancouver Canucks would acquire Rakell. For the Canucks, this move makes a lot of sense. Their president of hockey operations, Jim Rutherford, wasn't in Pittsburgh when Rakell was initially signed, but general manager Patrick Allvin was still part of the Penguins organization at the time, suggesting a familiarity and understanding of Rakell's capabilities. While Rakell isn't the center the Canucks might be actively seeking, adding a legitimate top six winger to a forward group that, outside of Elias Pettersson and Brock Boeser, sometimes lacks elite offensive talent, would be a significant upgrade. Rakell, at 32 years old, is a physical, two-way winger under contract for 3 more years with a manageable $5 million cap hit. He would undoubtedly represent a substantial improvement over a player like Nils Hoglander, who managed only 8 goals last year. In return, the Penguins would receive a package designed to bolster their future. Nils Hoglander, Kirill Kudryavtsev, and a 2026 first-round draft pick, which would be top 10 protected. This is where the strategic thinking for the Penguins truly comes into play. Hoglander, still only 24 years old, is coming off a season 2 years prior where he scored 24 goals. While that might prove to be an outlier in his career, He represents the kind of young, high-upside player that the Penguins should be targeting. Could a change of scenery, perhaps play alongside a generational talent like Sidney Crosby or Evgeny Malkin, help Hoglander rediscover that scoring touch? It's a gamble, but one with potentially significant rewards. Then there's Kirill Kudryavtsev, a fascinating success story in player development for the Canucks. Despite being a 7th-round pick in the 2022 draft, he managed to make his NHL debut last year, a testament to his rapid progression. The 6-foot defenseman also played his junior hockey with the Sioux Greyhounds, a program with which Kyle Dubas has a well-documented connection. This familiarity with Kudryavtsev's background and development trajectory could make him a particularly attractive asset for Dubas, fitting into a long-term plan to restock the defensive pipeline. And of course, the 2026 first-round pick, even with top 10 protection, provides crucial draft capital, a vital currency for any team looking to rebuild and secure future talent. As Wegman rightly points out, Rakell still has 3 years remaining on that 6-year, $30 million contract he inked in 2022. This term, combined with his recent performance, makes him an incredibly valuable asset. The dilemma for Kyle Dubas is palpable. Does he try to sell Rakell at the absolute peak of his value, or does he hold on to a player who just delivered a career year, hoping for a repeat performance? Another full season alongside Sidney Crosby and Brian Rust could, theoretically, see Rickard Rakell post similar, or even better, numbers in 2025 to 26. The chemistry is there, the opportunity is there. However, as we all know, consistency in the NHL is a fickle beast, and maintaining peak performance is easier said than done. Rakell's value might truly never be higher than it is right now. This puts Kyle Dubas in an incredibly delicate position. From a purely strategic standpoint, selling a veteran player when his stock is at its highest makes perfect sense, especially considering the clear direction Pittsburgh seems to be heading toward a retool or rebuild. Yet, the fact remains that neither last year's trade deadline nor this offseason thus far has resulted in Rakell being moved. This could be due to Dubas holding out for a truly exceptional package, or perhaps the market hasn't quite met his valuation. Regardless of when or if it happens, Rickard Rakell will undoubtedly remain at the top of potential trade lists until he is inevitably dealt. And if Kyle Dubas plays his cards right, if he can leverage Rakell's incredible bounce-back season into a truly impactful return, the Penguins should receive a very strong package in exchange. This isn't just about getting rid of a player. It's about acquiring pieces that fit the long-term puzzle, young talent with potential, and valuable draft picks that can shape the franchise for years to come. So, as we look to the future, the question isn't just about Rickard Rakell, but about the very identity of our Pittsburgh Penguins. Are we ready to embrace the difficult, often painful, but ultimately necessary steps of a rebuild? Are we prepared to see beloved players move on, even when they're playing their best hockey, for the promise of a brighter, more sustainable future? This proposed trade is more than just a transaction. It's a litmus test for the direction of the franchise, a strategic chess move that could define the next era of Penguins hockey. The path to a new era is rarely easy and often requires difficult choices. Choices that challenge our immediate gratification for the sake of long-term success. Is this one of those choices? What do you think, Penguins faithful? Is this the kind of bold move Kyle Dubas needs to make to truly kickstart the rebuild? Or should we hold on to Rakell and see if he can deliver another career year, enjoying the present success? Let us know your thoughts and your passion in the comments below. And if you're as devoted to the black and gold as we are, hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest Penguins insights and analyses. We want to hear what's on your mind.